that's a good thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Glad to have you with us in Athens, Ohio, Eaton Stadium, home to the Ohio Bobcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Boise State Broncos, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Broncos will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll go with a direct snap. And it's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Let's see what they've got on second down. Okay, break. Trick 9, they'll test the right side. Running into the open space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
They'll try the left side. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's Snyder. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. Brings it down on the right side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Buying some time. And some room to work. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And It's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Finding an escape route. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the quick grab. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Bobcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Rush. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense. He wants to change this route. Here's the handoff. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 for the first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Quick handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well give it to him again. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. New Mexico State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Aggie Memorial Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Off play action. Out of the backfield, he's open. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll try the right side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Herrera. Open space at the 25. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Running free. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Working the middle, it's complete. At the 40, there he goes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Makes the grab. How about the blow he's delivered in banging his way to the 41? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in, it's rushed. And the Bobcats headed quickly to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Bobcats looking to convert on 4th down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Bobcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll throw it. The sure hands. It's Herrera. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Skips away from pressure. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly. Snagged in the middle. It's Bettis.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Here we go. Set. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Broncos look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks, it's Herrera. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Broncos! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Takes over, the Bobcat offense heads to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Give to the running back. Looking for room at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Well, nothing complex about that play. They dialed up the old dive play, and it gashes the defense.
Just find a crease there and let this guy do his work, and he did.
Look at job up front, too, by the offensive line. Hat on a hat, you got guys chipping up into the second level, opening up a big hole for the back.
The Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Base 27 jump. Cooler 18. Cooler 18.
On the option. He'll pitch it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right.
Got enough space. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Fires to the tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they're...
Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Finds his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down in the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, But after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. We've come to the end of the period. Ohio has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. It's caught. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice move there. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 21 to Michigan. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Bettis. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for a deep man. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Broncos. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll bring it back. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Military stunt.
The play action fake. Under fire. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the shot. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The hand to the running back. Jukes his way for more. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Bobcats. And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man on the right. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. These guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Satellite. 414 satellite. Flash.
They'll try the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not